Hey good people, and welcome to a fresh episode of Chronicles La Familia. We bring you stories around family with an intention to impact your lives. So today I want to ask you in the audience, what do you do about mental illness? We have someone on set today to help us demystify. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us your name and a bit about yourself.
Yes, my name is Juliet. I'm born again, and I do poultry farming. I'm a farmer by profession. And
a farmer at your age. That's very interesting.
Yes, that is the thing. That's the thing now.
And your doiko.
So, unasikia fertilizers zinakuja, subsidies zinakuja. We are good anyway. That's what I do. Yes. I farm at our home in Kiambu. It's a place called Kifshoi. Kifshoi.
Yes.
Yes. And I sell.
What do you sell?
Yes, I sell improved Kenyeji eggs and improved chicken. The meat itself from the nini. Yes, that's what I do. Yes.
During this tough economic times, how are you keeping on? How are you surviving?
It was just basically injecting money back into the business and not getting much as I used to.
Yes.
But ensuring that I keep the hope alive, I keep the faith alive. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is good to have you here.
Thank you.
And the elephant in the room is mental illness.
Yes.
Because most of us don't even, it's a strange word. Please open it up to us.
Okay. I'll first start by saying mental illness is just the way it's also as you would have physical illness. Maybe you have a headache or a stomach ache or your leg is hurting. So for the mental illness is there are chemical imbalances that are off. The balance is off. So that's why you suffer from mental illness. Yes.
All right. So tell us, when did you begin? When did you notice that you had mental illness? How did it present?
Okay. So my journey began in I was diagnosed in 2013, but I'll take you back a bit in 2012.
Okay.
So 2012, I've completed my coursework at the university. Now looking to get into the job market. I hadn't completed my degree yet, but I just decided to get into the workplace, the work environment, and just sample how it is just before I graduate. And since an opportunity showed up, I was like, okay, it's fine. Let me do so. So I went to I got an attachment.
Yeah.
So after getting an attachment, I was basically my thought process at the moment was like, it would just be the same way as my campus life was, because in campus we have all the tribes and everything,
and everything is easy going.
Yeah, different people, you interact, you study together. But now at the job market, I came and found out tribalism is real.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that kind of threw me off balance, but I picked myself up and said, okay, let's deal with it head on the meeting.
Okay.
So I used to pray a lot, because I used to say, God, just hold my hand, help me to work as I should, and my goal is this. So it was a tough time, but after the 3 months of attachment, I was given a contract of another 3 months. So I went on, I continued with the contract, and then towards the end of 2012, I decided to enroll in an international diploma, CIPS. Okay. I did procurement and supply chain management on campus. So I decided to enroll in a diploma course. So I did. Well, at that, my contract again ended, and this time they didn't renew it. So I was like, why? I will not waste time. Let me get into the diploma, and I was also doing my project for the university. So I decided. So
you are yet to graduate?
Yes,
at this
I was.
Point.
Yeah. I hadn't graduated, so I decided let me do a dip. So I went, studied, doing project and everything, and it was self-taught. I didn't go to class. I just bought the books and studied by myself.
Wow.
So I decided that was cheaper for me. It was a cheaper option. So I decided, let me do that. I did my exams in November, and then my graduation for the university came in December.
Okay.
So I graduated on the 7th of December 2012. So after that, Christmas, holidays, my birthday, by the way, I'm a December baby.
Oh, you know, December babies. Sorry for another day, but wanajipenda.
So yeah, so after that, now January came, I didn't have work. So I was like, let me keep pushing where I was working so that I can see whether they can take me up again.
Okay.
So we pushed. I was able to be enrolled again. I was able to be
like employed.
Employed again, but still on contract.
Okay.
Yes. So I was given casual too. Maisha.
Yeah,
so I did casual. They gave me 6 months.
Okay.
So I decided to go back and everything. So actually, if I can trace back my illness, I think I can trace it back to that time. Okay. But we didn't realize it.
Like was there too much going on in your life, the project?
Yeah, I think all those things combined brought pressure. Alafu tena, now I wasn't employed after working so hard. I wasn't employed, and I wasn't sure that they were gonna take me up again.
All right.
So I think that pressure. Then when they took me up again, then it hit. I got sick, but we didn't know. No, I could be seated here with you talking, but I'm not okay. But I'm not okay. So I just progressed. I was waking up. I was living with my dad and sister and my younger sister. So I would wake up, go to work, prepare breakfast, shower, do everything, go to work, come back, and the cycle would continue. Prepare supper and everything.
So at what point do you realize you're not okay?
Actually, I didn't realize it. It was my colleagues who realized, and my mom actually. You notice I said I wasn't living with my mom. My mom was up country at our home. So my mom also as well began to realize there's something wrong with Juliet, but she can't pinpoint what it is.
Can't pick.
Yeah, she can't pick. On call, by the way, and we weren't seeing each other, but on call, she would realize, Juliet is not okay. But I don't know what's wrong.
Is it in your speech?
I don't know. I think it's a mother's instinct.
Yeah.
Because I was with my dad, and my dad didn't notice it. He completely didn't know anything. Because when my mom tried to tell him that I was sick, he was like, "Apana, anaamka, anapika, anaoga, anajob, anakula." There's nothing wrong. Me, I don't see anything wrong with her. So, but later on, my colleagues also told my boss, we can see there's something wrong with Juliet. They told me I used to print blank orders, LPOs. I told you I was in the procurement department, so I would print blank LPOs, and they'll be like, "What?" Then I was getting angry, by the way, and
frustrated.
For me, normally I'm not a person to get angry all the time, but I used to get angry, shout at people. they didn't understand. But they told my boss, I think we think there's something wrong with Juliet. If you know anyone from her family, please tell them know. Yes, let them know. So, and my mom, there's a time, I texted my mom, are my brother and dad dead?
Let me laugh.
I know.
Though it sounds so needy.
Yeah, dead. And she told me she was in a meeting. She checked her phone, then just put it aside and continued like nothing was happening. She said, let me just deal with this meeting first, then I'll deal with the rest later. Yes. So yeah, so those are some of the things.
The telltale signs.
Yes, I wasn't sleeping much as well. So like that until now, my father decided, okay, now these are two people who have told me the same thing, my mom and my boss, then boss. So he decided, okay, let's take her to hospital, but they can't see anything wrong with me.
Yeah.
So I went to a physician, kawaida doctor. So I do tests, blood tests, urine tests, stool tests, I would go there for like, I think a month. Would go and Mungu ni mzuri. Anatutoa mbali. I used to go, like when we used to go for those doctor's visits, I used to preach to those people. The receptionist, I used to preach. Namwambia okoka dada. Yesu anarudi.
Na ni kweli mtu aokoke.
So I used to preach. I remember my mom telling me there's a certain lady, she was a sister. She told her, what's wrong with your daughter? And then she was like, my mom was like, I'm not sure, but she's sick, but we don't know where. She told her, I'll pray for her. Because I was quoting the Bible. Preach it, sister. So I inaendelea hivyo, and then there's a time also, okay, these are just interesting stories. Yes. There's a time also as well, I think during that period, I in the middle of the night, I woke up, went and knocked at my parents' door, bedroom door. Knocked, went back to the sitting room, waited for my dad to come. He came and he asked me, what's wrong? And said, nothing. I want you to get born again. Nataka uokoke. Nataka uokoke. Mimi na mom tunaenda kwa Mungu. Na wewe hatutaki tukuache. Hatutaki tukuache. Okoka. My dad is like, wait now, hizi ni gani?
Unamamsha saa ngapi?
Saa 7 ya usiku. Aliangalia watch, ako like, sahi ni saa 7 ya usiku, wacha tutaongea kesho asubuhi. Namwambia hapana,
ni sahi. Kama sio sahi ni sasa hivi.
So like some of those things. And then I used to be really close with my mom. I was like, I wanted my mom there with me all the time. Whenever she'd go, I'll cause tantrums and what. And it was the opposite with my dad. I didn't want to see my dad. Okay. So some of the things, some of the signs, yani, maybe someone is pushing people away, is pushing you away, and is so fixated on one person.
Okay.
Yes.
You're comfortable with just one person.
And the rest, you're like, you don't want them. Okay. You can actually be selective, and you would think, we are excusing bonani painting.
So you have gone through the processes of kupimiwa mambo mingi. Finally, how did they pinpoint and get to know?
That doctor specifically told my parents, now I think you should take her to a psychiatrist. My parents were like, well, okay, when do we get one? So they were referred, and long story short, I went, did the tests. Some of the tests that they do, I remember sharing this with you with like numerical tests.
Okay.
Maths. Add this plus this.
Simple math or
simple
difficult?
math. Simple math, not multiply. I have to even add to see if you're able
Cognitive ability.
Yeah, cognitive ability. So are you watching? By now I had now begun to withdraw because it had advanced. It wasn't intercepted right at the beginning.
Yes.
So time had gone. So now I was beginning to be a bit withdrawn.
From the people or from the world?
From people too, generally. And I wasn't interested in watching TV. I wasn't. Those are some of the things that they ask. Do you find it okay to watch television? You say no. They know there's something.
And do they want to know your history, whether you are a person that loved to watch, but all of a sudden you don't find pleasure in it?
Some of the things that some of the signs. One of the signs is that you also are not interested in doing the things that you liked. If you liked swimming, you're no longer interested. If you like watching movies, you're no longer interested. Things like that. Singing, you're becoming now withdrawn almost completely from everyone else. So yeah, the diagnosis was done. It was depression. So I began the meds. And also, it's good to point out this. When I was younger, I suffered from asthma.
Okay.
So I took a lot of medication when I was young. So, but it lifted off around high school, and now I'm okay. So I had told myself I won't be taking medication. I also happy when I recovered kind of from the asthma. So I was like, no more taking of meds and everything. So now I was being told take medication and you probably take it for life. And I was like, wait, this can't be. So my mom just talked to me. Luckily, by the way, my family kind of, they didn't understand, but they embraced the situation as it was.
Because I can imagine the stigma that comes with mental illness.
Yes.
You know, people think mumerogwa, all those superstitions.
All those things, when uombewe, all those things. So yeah, my mom told me, now you're sick depression, and for you to get better, you should take this medication. Then from then on, I was now consistent in taking medicine, because before I was like, no, I don't want to take medication. So yeah, fast forward that year, I was still at work, remember? So they gave me they had given me 6 months.
Yes.
So they gave me another 3 months.
They renewed your contract?
Yeah, they renewed my contract. So I continued. And now I was up. I was feeling okay. I was so energized. I was feeling, wait, now this is my year. So I continued. Contract ikaisha in October. So I was like back to square one. But I was also applying while I was there, because this was a contract. So I was like back to square one. Now what's happening? What will I do with my life? So 2014, I decided, let me go back to school. You remember the dip I did?
Yeah.
I'll do an advanced dip.
Okay.
So I now enrolled in a school. So I enrolled, began studying. I was in church. By then now, I was becoming active in church. I had become active in church. I was serving and all that. So 2014, I remember, I think it was in June there, about, my friend and I approached our then vicar, and told him we have this idea of having a concert in a bid to raise money, to raise funds. Because at that point in time, we were looking for funds as a church to expand and build and all that. So he accepted, and then I was like, I'll push also the members of the PCC. I'll talk to them, some of them, and tell them this, so that they can buy into the idea. So when it goes to the PCC meeting, it will be accepted. So yeah, it was accepted. So we began the journey of planning. I had never, it's just an idea that came. I mean, I think it is God. So it was just an idea. We tried implementing it, and we even printed t-shirts. We would take someone's favorite colors, favorite size, and we would order for you that. And then eventually on the D-Day, we would have a concert.
Okay.
We had invited, they were my favorites. So then back then we had invited Pitson and Munyahaki.
Wow.
So I was so excited, and the one who was helping us was Biri, the vocalist now. So it was such a nice event.
You were looking forward to putting all your energy.
And all the energy and all, and I'm still in school.
Yeah.
So, hey, come the D-Day, energy dropped.
Oh my.
And I was like, no, I can't not go for that concert, not after all the work I've put in. So I decided I'll just drag myself to the concert. I'm told, a friend of mine was telling me I really danced, but I was I was not okay. I really danced. And after that, now it was in August. A month later, a month and a half later, I became ill again, and now like my moods were down. And by the way, some other signs are grandiose thoughts.
Oh, like, no, ukiwa mse.
I used to say I am the president. And my mom is the vice president. And we are ruling this world together. So yeah. So
and you would see yourself as vice president.
Alafu unajua, in 2013 there were elections. In 2013, if you remember. So there were that election. Baby, I took a long while even to really grasp that the then vice president is tulikonamita vice president, sindio?
Deputy.
Vice president now is a deputy president. It took me years before I could register, see vice president, the deputy president.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the story. So my energy.
So another symptom you said is grandiose.
Yes.
You think,
you're the one I used to think, because they are coming for me with a chopper.
Do you see the chopper in your head?
I used to hear, I don't know, there's a certain point, ukisikia ndege inapita,
unaona ndio
mimi. On the carpet, please, ni mimi nimekujiwa.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then now, this time it was really, because I told you I was in school. I tried deferring those exams, but I was too late. So ikabidi nifanye hizo exams, but which I failed.
Oh.
I failed those exams because now I wasn't at the right frame of mind to even do that. But now mzungu ataki kujua. Mzungu sijui there was timelines and all, you should have told us. So I just did. So now ikakuwa worse. So by now I'm beginning now to say I don't want to live.
Oh, you are becoming suicidal.
Yes. And now it was the doctor was like, wait, this is serious. Alafu nilikuwa flat. I was just there.
So suicide is the one of the highest now.
Sasa uko mwisho
ni symptom ile ya unajua this is danger zone.
Okay. So I was just there. I wasn't talking. I wasn't kulishwa na lishwa hata. Like the mind can't coordinate everything.
Did you even do basic things kama kuoga tidy up?
I used to spend like an hour in the shower. In the shower, I was to. My mom used to choose for me clothes. If my mom doesn't choose those clothes, I won't wear them. Everything, like Na nione
You became
yeye.
like a baby that needed
Yes.
to be given
Attention and care.
given.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So now the doctor said now we are at a bad place and we'll do this is a last resort. We'll have to do this. So there's something they call ECT, electroconvulsive therapy.
Where?
Yes.
They
Like
mystify for us.
it's just basically current being your mind being under subjected under current, so that it can wake. Dreamelala, I do anything sasa. You can't do anything. Even walking is a problem. Even just anything. I used to go to church and wonder why can't I jump? You know, I'm this.
You want to jump?
Yeah, I want to jump. I'm used to dancing. I'm used to having fun in church. Why am I not able to do this now? So brain inaendelea tu kishat. So the doctor said ECT. Then we were like, and then by the way, the day I was taken to hospital to the doctor, the next day, the following day was supposed to be my grandma's birthday party, 80th birthday party. I still remember. So they are telling me we are going to hospital. Then they are leaving me there. I nilileta shida, but wakajificha, wakatoka. Then the next morning they came to see how I was doing, how I was everything. Then they left. And I was crying when they left. So I had to do a full ECT session of 6 of them. So they do one today, and then tomorrow they don't. The other day they do. By the way, I was hospitalized at Chiromolin. I don't know if you've ever had. Yeah, Dr. Frank Jenga. He's a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
So they do today, tomorrow they don't, the next day they do. Like
what is the danger of ECT? Why is it as a last resort, done as a last resort?
I think because now, you know, kwanza another effect here ECT is that you like have amnesia or something.
Okay.
So they don't like to do it. You may lose
every memory you had.
Yeah. So people used to come check on me today. Tomorrow they come, I can't remember they did come. So long story short, I did the 6. I improved. I gained weight.
Oh yeah.
I gained weight because now there is this eating, and then these meds are causing you to eat and all that. So I come back home, and then by the way, mental health treatment is very expensive in this country. So I remember my parents, before I was allowed to leave the hospital, but there was wanaitanga nini hii yenye unaacha kitu kusimamia
a collateral or something.
Yes. So my dad,
or surety they call it.
My dad left a title deed. So we went
at Chiromolin.
We did fundraiser. We did a fundraiser, then we were able to pay up that.
So how much are we talking? It's important to mention the amount, because
to us it was a lot of money.
Yes.
Because it was 200 and something for just like 12 days.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money we didn't have. So does
the NHIF cover help in any way?
Back then, in that hospital, I don't think there was NHIF. They are now starting to adapt NHIF in different institutions. But back then, you realize it's like 10, 11 years ago. And pia, the awareness of mental health is not like today. As it is
we are
today.
A bit.
So for us, that time, we didn't know what it was. We didn't understand. There was stigma attached to it. Maybe this was done to you. Maybe that was not done. So it was like back then there was no awareness, I could say that. Because I actually remember there's a guy in our church who committed suicide. And after I had my experience,
Yes.
now I knew, he was suffering from mental illness. No one noticed. He jumped from a top building.
Oh my.
Yeah, and he died, and unfortunately the story is not really interesting, but yeah, then later I came to understand, that's why. Because even for me there are times, I told you I was going to work, so there are times I would think, these cars know me, the owners of these cars know me, so I'm walking majestically.
They are going to stop to let you pass.
Alafu sayo ni highway. Hey, so you're like, mi Mungu amenishikilia tu.
Yani unavuka ulikuwa unasikia wakihong.
Yeah, but in my mind they know me. So they will stop.
So they will stop. After all, I think Bado is there grandiose.
Maybe one day I'll be president. But
yes, everything is possible with our God. Yes.
So yeah, so that journey. Then again, after that, now I told you, like your mind kind of clears. You become like a child. I couldn't remember my name.
You had to relearn.
Yeah, I remember one day I wrote my name like a child, like handwriting. My handwriting was so bad. I wrote my name, my full names on a paper. Then my dad came and asked me, why did you write this? I told them, I don't want to forget my name. I was feeling like I'm losing my identity and they are placing an identity on me.
Okay.
Like they wanted me to be my sister.
Oh, you felt that?
Yeah, I thought that they wanted me to be my sister, and I didn't want to forget who I am.
So you had to write your name.
Yeah, I write my name, begin recalling the things I do, the things I love. So I remember 2015 now was ile mwaka ya uko tu. So I was just there. Of course, all this time I was taking medication now, and I'd been told, what these medications for mental health, you can't just break it once. Like I by this I mean, if you're taking 20 mg, you can't not stop all at once. Yeah, all of a sudden. It has to be gradual.
All right.
They reduce to 15 mmg, 10, 5, like that.
All right.
Like that. So for me, I knew if I want to be better, I better take my medication and I better take them well. So I just kept on. For 3 years, for 3.5 years, I took those medications. Zinaenda zikireduciwa tu. So when in 2016, I remember when ilifika 5 mg. I was like, wait.
Wow.
I'm there. I'm almost there. So I took that medication up to around August. Then I decided to be my own doctor.
I think that's an issue with people with mental illness. At some point, you will stop taking medication, thinking you're okay.
Yeah, I decided I'm okay. See, but I know now the symptoms. I know nini. I can check myself. Me, I'm good to go. So I like around August, my father actually used to ask me, are you still taking your meds? And I'd be like, yes, but I wasn't taking. So after a while, they discovered I wasn't, but I was okay. So life had continued as normal. So fast forward for like 5.5 years, I was okay.
Okay.
I wasn't taking medication, or at times I would say, like, if I'm feeling I'm not sleeping, because one of the signs for me, if I don't sleep today, I don't sleep tomorrow. In fact, the one thing my family, any member of my family will ask, ulalaje?
Okay, so those are some of the questions they asked.
Yeah, now over time they have learned to, you didn't sleep well, okay, you need time to sleep.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to relax. You're doing this project, you're putting in so much, you need time to relax.
Okay. So you cannot move so fast. You cannot do too much.
And it really bothers me.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm that person who usually likes to do things, like a lot of things, this and that, and yeah, I really enjoy that, and especially I enjoy doing events planning.
Yeah.
So, and events really drain you because you're dealing with this supplier and that one and the other and the people and all that. So I really love that, but over time, I've come to accept that I can't do a lot, especially
so
now.
Are you still on meds even now?
Yeah, by the way, yes, I'm on meds. Because now, I told you 5 years I was okay.
Yeah.
2021, just recently, I became sick again. And it came gradual. But this time I didn't pinpoint it. I guess I was just lost in my own world, doing my own things. So I didn't realize. Because before I was just checking on the symptoms and signs and what. So I think around January of 2021, things were not good.
Okay.
But I didn't say, I just kept on pushing. So I remember in May, I organized a friend's engagement party, and that I think drained me now. So you see, all these months cumulatively, that drained me. So in June, it hit again. Relapse again.
Was it a very bad one?
It was a bad one because now I wasn't waking up to shower. My mom was wondering what's wrong with her. Then she would tell my dad, she's not okay. And then my dad would be like, she's okay. She's waking up, washing the utensils, cooking, and then going back to bed. Analala too. So there's nothing big. But my mom was really keen and was like, no, this is not her. So by the time they were now taking me to hospital, I was now again in the deep again. So
how do you prevent this cycle from recurring?
I think taking medication for one.
Yeah.
Another thing is doing exercises, which I have stopped for a while. Doing exercises, not stressing yourself up a lot. If you feel stressed, just relax.
So how do you just relax when there's something to stress?
You just get yourself off an environment that is stressing you. Just go watch a movie if you like watching movies.
Okay.
Go do something you like, something that's fun for you. Go watch game. Something.
So what is one of your biggest worries, a young woman that has to live with a condition for, is it?
They say life.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, you don't believe it's a lifetime. I also believe with you because there is a God who heals all diseases. So tell me, what are some of your biggest worries along the journey of life?
Well, I think one thing, I felt like the illness has kind of dragged me. If you know me, and I know you know me.
I know you.
I'm fast-paced.
Yeah.
I want this.
You want things done. You are very bright.
Very focused. So want things done in a certain way. So for me, I've kind of felt that
you've been slowed down.
Yeah, I've been slowed down. The things I would have wanted to do, I haven't done them. Like I remember when I graduated, I really wanted to do my master's almost immediately. But now I got sick immediately. So I wasn't able, and you see it's dragged over the years.
Okay.
So alafu plus applying for jobs, I wasn't getting, and you realize after, if you come 5 years into, there are people who are behind you who have acquired the same skills. But for me,
you ever worry about ever having your own family? Your own husband? Yes. Yeah.
I used to say, okay, first, for one, I decided I will not date until I'm through with school.
Okay.
So through with school was campus, not high school. Through with school was campus. Then when I was done with school, nikagonjeka. So kugonjeka na hiyo process yote and everything. So I told myself one thing. Until I am well, mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm feeling well, I will not date. until I feel I'm fine, I'm ready to date, I will do so. So I used to tell some of my friends, hey, neza amka nimuulize we ni nani, unafanya nini hapa? Watoke wananipigia kelele. So
is there this time in your life, okay, medically, we know with God all things are possible. Medically, do they ever tell you there is that point that you are completely able to handle a family? Is there that point?
I also engaged, by the way, in 2021, after this now first incident, I engaged a psychologist. Now that's where I go share and everything. Of course, there's hope. There are many people, by the way, interestingly, by the way, Maggie, there are even MDs who are sick mentally. So
you can do, it doesn't stop you from doing life.
Yeah, so I engaged a psychologist, and this was advice from my psychiatrist. Because mental illness, it can be treated both ways. By medication. First, medication stabilizes your chemical imbalances. Remember, you're chemically imbalanced. And by the way, there are so many illnesses. Just for the record, I suffered from schizoaffective. Schizoaffective is a combination of schizophrenia symptoms and mood disorder or depression. So it's a combination of that. So for me, you see, I was saying, I didn't tell you, I was having in 2021, what has disturbed me kwanza over for like all 2021, 2022 was delusions. I was having delusions. I would be in a room like this. You see, the way you're looking at me, you're telling me something. And these lights, they are telling me something. And so the mind is not able to coordinate everything and realize you're in a room, you're doing this. It's not able, like everything is fragmented. Everything is, there's no coordination.
Everything is speaking
so to you. It was hard because I come to hospital in Nairobi. So I'm in a matatu and mtu amesema kitu kule, huyu mwingine amefanya mkono hivi, huyu mwingine amesema hivi, huyu mwingine amefanya hivi. So I'm thinking all these people are talking to me. So it really drains my mind. It really
What are they telling me?
I don't know. They are telling me just different things. Maybe I'm having a thought, and the last thought is drink in my mind. So I hear someone nikipita nipe maji. So I'm like, they are telling me. So, and the other person is telling me this. So it really drains you. And for me, I had again to not do ECT this time, but I took shots like sindano. Another like 6. Those delusions zikuwe eliminated. I was taking meds for like 2021, a whole 2021. I was taking meds and I wasn't improving. So they were like, there's something. So the doctor decided to change my medication and add an injection to it. So I did an injection for another like 6 months. And I used to dread coming to Nairobi. And I've told you, I do sell eggs and chicken. So if I have orders that say, okay, I'll need a letter, I'll bring them. But it was a real struggle. Looking at me, see, I'm in a matatu, just sit.
You're okay.
I'm okay. There's nothing. You're not bleeding. You're not nothing. So you're okay. So in 2021 December. Now this one was a big one. It was actually on 25th December, Christmas Day. I decide I'm having all these thoughts in my mind. Huyu ananiambia hivi because I'm hearing family has come home. So everyone is everywhere.
Yeah.
They are saying this, they are saying that, they are saying the other. I decide, hey, me I want to go again. Mimi huyo nikachukua dawa zile. I took.
You want to die?
Yeah, I want to die.
Oh my.
I took a bunch of them. Then kitu ikaniambia, no, what have you done? So I had 2 meds. So one was an to deal with the side effects of the other.
Yeah.
So it hit me, side effects, what did I do? Like, I was like, what have I done? So I took the med for the side effect. I took it. I drank, I took it. And I was like, wait. I took a lot of water, I was just going to the toilet. I don't know if they noticed, maybe I'll ask them, but I was going to the toilet all the time and drinking water all the time. Then I decided, wait, now, pali nimefika, kama nimefika hapa, I need to hand over the medication now, not to be with me. I put it under the care of my mom. And I told my mom, I've tried this. My mom was shocked, but alimeza tu.
Kulikuwa na side effect.
So I didn't, luckily.
Oh my.
Sasa unaona venye nilikunywa hii dawa ingine ilisaidia. Kwa sababu ningekuwa na seizures, convulsion, and all manner of things would have happened. My bones would be stiff and what.
So how are you doing right now?
I'm doing okay. Still taking my meds. And I'm going the journey.
So do you have dreams? I want to hear.
Oh my dreams. I want to be the president.
Things are possible.
I know, you believe.
Yes.
So I have dreams. Of course, having a family would be one thing.
Yeah.
It would be nice. But now that it's public, ataona. Atajua ni
I hear you. So you are just a young woman who still has dreams and aspirations.
I want my business to grow, definitely. Have a family, enjoy life.
Okay.
Enjoy life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you will do that. Yes. Yes. So any story is mind-boggling. We've said some of the symptoms are
grandiose.
I think I love that.
President is still in your mind. I'm doing not sleep, lack of sleep. Insomnia is bad. Okay. If you're not sleeping today, tomorrow, the next day, 2 weeks, please check yourself. Number three, maybe you've lost weight.
Yes, losing or gaining.
Yes, or gained weight.
Losing also interest in the things you enjoy.
Baby, let me tell you, for years, I didn't watch movies. I used to like watching series from Johnny to morning, 5 a.m., sleep 5 a.m., wake up, and like I used to do that. But after I got sick, I wasn't interested in watching Nini. And then another thing, see, I've told you, like, people are telling me things. So if I watch the television is also telling me things. So these people are telling me,
and the television. Talking. So you're saying also, is it what did you call that one? Delusions.
Hallucinations is actually talking to people. They are so real to you. Yeah.
And then finally, the last straw you said is suicidal thoughts. Now, if you get there, you are completely not doing well.
Yeah.
So thank you for enlightening us. I know we don't know who is listening and who is watching around the issue of the finances around mental health. The government and those at stake can do better and improve those services. So thank you for helping us demystify. It's an issue that most of us it's like a dark alley. We don't know much about it. Thank you, Juliet, for coming. For this and so much more, do not forget to continue subscribing and watching our show, Chronicles La Familia. God bless you. Thank you.